Okay, guys, you ready? So, December kicks off with a dreamy, magical energy, like the universe is tapping into everyone's wishes for both holiday joy and life success. And we can get a sense that if only we could focus on these things clearly enough, we can really achieve them. After dawn, it may feel like we're drawn into like some deep kind of psyche look, and we can uncover hidden motivations and subconscious programming then patterns that influence our attitudes and moods. Then around 9:30 a.m. Eastern, this is when the big thing happens. And things get much more interesting because this is when Mercury goes into Capricorn. And you may notice at this time that your thought processes are much more objective and detached than they've been in quite a while. That's because, like I said, Mercury's entering Capricorn. And at this time, it's got a little bit different because this time Mercury's going to stay in Capricorn through December 13th, moving forwards. Okay. So during that time, our thought processes are going to be more externally facing. So we'll be communicating with people really rationally, like really logically. And our thoughts and ideas will tend to be externally focused at that time. But then on December 13th, Mercury is going to stand still and then appear to go backwards or retrograde after that until December 24th. So from the 13th through the 24th, things will change. We're still going to be rational and logical in our thinking, but then our thinking is going to become more internal, and we're going to start like examining ourselves and our own thought processes. And we may be reviewing things that we've done over the course of the year, or how are we planning things? Are our plans going according to what we thought they would, or do we need to make some changes at this time? So that's going to be the kind of our mood up through, or not our mood, but how we think up through December 24th. Then, interestingly, Mercury is going to actually go back into the sign that it just left, Sagittarius, for the rest of December and all the way until January 15th. So it's still moving backwards at this time. Well, it's moving backwards until early January. Then it'll turn around and go forwards again, and then at that time our thinking is going to be again a little bit more liberal, a little bit more socially oriented and that kind of thing. And then in January, we'll see a shift again when Mercury goes into Capricorn for the final time. So during this whole period, there's going to be a lot of flux and a lot of review in our thought processes. And we're going to be going from this logical state of mind all the way back into more of a fiery emotional state of being, where we're out there making connections both internally and externally, and then back again into that logical way of thinking. So yeah, get ready for quite a ride these next couple of months. And that's going to continue. Mercury will stay in Capricorn at that point all the way through December 5th. So this is kind of a long period of time of back and forth, internal, external. Yeah, so it'll be fun. Then going back to December 1st, at 11 a.m. Eastern, the moon's also changing signs, and it's going to move into Leo. But almost immediately once it goes into Leo, it makes this awkward aspect to Mercury, which is now in Capricorn, right? So Leo's all about self-expression, and Capricorn's like really logical, really focused. So this kind of creates some friction because we need to figure out how we can express ourselves authentically without being irrational or getting overly emotional. Then a few hours later, the moon forms the same type of aspect, also an awkward aspect, to Saturn. And once again, we kind of need to check in with ourselves and see how authentic and truthful we're really being in our self-expression. Pretending to be something we're not is not going to feel like great. We need to be authentic. We need to be real. We need to be ourselves. Luckily, later this afternoon, we kind of have a chance to see what that really is, because there's going to be a time around 4 p.m. or so Eastern when we may be able to let our guard down And if we pay attention to what's going on right then, we may see a real glimpse of who we really are. So take a note of what's going on at that time and how it makes you feel, because that's going to give you a clue of what's real for you. Then tonight, there's a really beautiful energy coming in that kind of encourages us to let our hair down and go out in the town or do something dynamic that we really enjoy, like sports or dancing or pickleball or whatever it is you like to do with your crowd. And it's a real social aspect as well. So as long as you don't go overboard and try to show off or do something like that, go crazy, or let things get out of control, it should be a really fun evening, because this is really nice energy. So enjoy that. It's a great energy for a Friday night. And this is Eagle Condor Astrology. If you want to stay on top of the daily astro vibes, go ahead and follow this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and follows. And welcome to December. Catch you next time.